Welcome to elementsaproof.com. Either you've landed here by navigating to elementaproof.com or you've downloaded from the Google or Apple Play Store. You can sign in with Google, Facebook, or Apple, or simply put in your username or password and create an account. Once you sign in, you'll be brought to the landing page and the home page of Elements of Proof. Here, you have a profile, and on your profile is where you can set your preferences. If you want to set a default jurisdiction to say West Virginia, you can then save that. You can also default the criminal law category that you want to use. You can put all categories. You can look at intentional torts, which is the civil law category, and you can look at contracts and set those defaults. You want to save your preferences here. And then you want to go back to the home page here. So once you are on the page, you can either select My Charges or you can go to a specific law type. If you go to criminal law and you scroll down, you'll see that there are 19 crimes found in West Virginia because this is the jurisdiction that you chose. There are 19 crimes found totally in the database. But if there's one that you want to look at specifically, like bail jumping in West Virginia, bail jumping, it says the crime is not found in the database. So we want to create that crime entry with AI. The AI is then going to pull up all of the elements and defenses for the crime of bail jumping in West Virginia. It will also give you the burden of proof. You can get an AI-powered overview or generate AI case law research, which will give you an overview for the entire crime of bail jumping. But when you go to the specific elements, you can get an AI explanation just for the element that the defendant was released on bail or personal recognizance, or you can get case law just for this specific element. Once you generate your AI explanation, it's going to bring that up for you in plain English so that you can understand exactly what it means that the defendant was released on bail or personal recognizance. As you can see here, you can then click Save. If you want to do your case law explanation, it will also bring up all of the relevant cases that the system can pull in that are most relevant to this particular element, not the entire case or charge of bail jumping. So here are real court cases. You have State versus Bail, State v. Trump V, State v. Smith, and State v. Johnson. Each one of these is going to tell you what the court held and the significance of why it's important. You can also save that. And these all go to your profile. So if you go back to all crimes and you go to your profile where you had your preferences set, you can also see that you have bookmarks. And so everything that you saved, your bail jumping in West Virginia, is saved here. You can go to alerts. You can set alerts for different topics. You can create documents, your briefs and flowcharts if you've created any, interest and pricing. Pricing is where you would go to get individual access for lifetime for that $10 one-time fee. You can also go to the hamburger where you can go home to your profile, My Charges, criminal law. If you want to go to the Know Your Rights page, that brings up all of the different due process rights, all the different things that are in the amendments. Again, you can search these, and if it's not available here, it will come up with the AI generator. On our Resources tab, you have legal resources and hot topics that you can also search, and you can search by jurisdiction. If you want to look at the abortion laws, constitutional, it will tell you an overview of what happened with Dobbs v. Jackson and how it was overturned for Roe v. Wade and Planned Parenthood v. Casey. It will tell you the categories of the state laws, near total bans, protected states, limited restrictions, and you can filter on that below if you want to just look at restricted. You can always consult with an attorney by putting in your information and clicking Find Attorneys. Or you can go to the actual attorney directory for the attorneys who've signed up to be within the directory. If you cannot find that attorney here, you can put their name in, the jurisdiction that they're in, the practice area that they work in, and then you can search. If you want to create any type of legal documents, there's custody plans, restraining orders, all in different jurisdictions. So you always want to make sure that you select the jurisdiction that you want to create something in. So if we do want to do Arizona and we want to do a parenting plan in Arizona, you can see that we don't have a parenting plan in the system. So you want to create that parenting plan with AI. This AI is going to generate the template. And once the template comes up, you're going to add in all of the information that's needed for the parent one, parent two, child's name, and so forth. All of these different fields that you would fill in, and then you would click Generate Document. Once you generate the document, it's going to be in your saved file. So I've previously created a settlement agreement, and here you see you can actually get it notarized. This is a document that you create. You can add e-signatures and sign. And then you can draw your signature and you can apply it. You can export to PDF. You can see it just, there it is there. You can request attorney review. So you would put in your attorney's email address or attorney that you've researched, send a message, and then you could send it for review to that attorney. You can also print it and you can save the document. So if you save it, that would also go to your documents. Finally, we have legal research tools where you can do comparison tools, crimes across jurisdictions, and create custom legal briefs. If you go back to home, you're also able to look at your My Charges page where you can put in specific charges and save them just for you. So if you have a situation and you don't really know what the charges are yet, you can put that here and get an analyzed overview, or you can select your jurisdiction and type in embezzlement, and you can select up to 3. Extortion, and let's say you're also charged with drug trafficking. So all of those will come up here. Here's your embezzlement. It has 3 elements and 5 defenses. They're all here with the case law and AI Explain. Here's your extortion. And here's your drug trafficking. Again, all of these have a burden of proof, AI Explain in case law in plain English. And you can then save this in your My Cases. So if you add your first case, you could say it is your extortion case. And the offense, we can say, is extortion. The jurisdiction is in Arizona. You're researching it right now. Add any personal notes, and you can save the case. And then there's there. One last thing, there's a glossary of terms from A to Z. Again, if you search terms and they're not there, you can conveniently add it with AI. So this tool is very helpful for anyone who doesn't understand the law in plain English, to get that explanation, to understand their charges, understand if there's something that they want to sue someone for contract, breach of contract, duress, fraudulent inducement. All of the information is right here in the palm of your hands. And that is Elements of Proof.